Greetings, potholes. I am Riot, and this is the delayed fashion show video. Yes. For personal reasons, I had to delay the video by 1 week, but here it is. The theme was any OCs. I was hoping to get some short biographies, but that didn't seem to be the case. I got one biography, and the rest were SheepPilled's creations. And almost nobody voted, which is almost ironic, so this is gonna be a real fun thing to handle. Also, I am currently out on a mission with Brawl, in case you're wondering what I'm doing. But he doesn't know I'm making a video. He thinks we're out here to find some red energon. But obviously there is none. So yeah. I'm gonna do them in order, as always. I'm gonna read the biography that I got for the very first one, which is by Optimal. This is Hurricane. An elite soldier, part of a small squadron overseen by Commander Ultra Magnus. This ninja-like bot was formerly a member of the Decepticon army before acknowledging their vindicative actions and diverting his moral obligations to the preservation of peace. Not taken on reshade for clearer visuals to not be confused for a phone riot. Yeah, I am so sorry for that. That's referring to the latest fashion show video that isn't this one, like the former one, where I thought that all his posts were with a noir filter or recorded with a phone or something. That apparently wasn't the case. It was thanks to reshade, which I'm also using to get some clearer visuals. As you can see, I am very shiny. Sadly, no votes, so this gets a 0. Then we get down to Sika. Once again, I am hoping I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Sika. Also known as Red Decepticon Soldier for you modders. This is the guy. This is quite obviously the Red Decepticon Soldier. I'm not gonna showcase the videos that he posted in here, because I am lazy at editing. We got 3 upvotes and 4 downvotes, 3 pointy fingers, and 3 I have no idea what that is actually. So it's a -1. And now the fun begins. Also, I apologize for the sounds you hear in the background. That's Brawl. He's moving some things around. But don't mind that. We got Shadow Step. I think this is yes, Shadow Step. I think I've seen Shadow Step before. I could be wrong. I probably am. I like this design, but that's mainly because of 2 things. First of all, my favorite vehicle mode for scouts, which is Breakdown's vehicle mode. That I don't remember what it's actually called. I know it has a name. In-game, it's called Ghost or... No, wait, Ghost is Jazz, I think, and Recon is Sideswipe, maybe? I don't remember which one is which. But Breakdown is always a win, and thanks to Breakdown's torso, we get Breakdown's vehicle mode. Win, win, win. But no votes, so technically not a win. Then we got Wind Slicer. I'm sure we've had this one before, but this is an OC fashion show, so it's more than welcome. This is what we are supposed to be posting. Sadly, no background stories or anything. But yeah, I'm not gonna comment too much. Once again, no votes. I like helicopter bots. I do. I just wish we had one more helicopter alternate mode. Not just Vortex, but something more. Like a banana helicopter. What the hell are they called? I know in GTA they're called cargo bobs, but I don't know what they're actually called. I'll have to look that up. A dual propeller helicopter. You know? The big ones. I'm getting off track and sidetracked. Moving on, we've got Shadow Smash once again by SheepPilled and once again without any votes. This is the first Decepticon though, I think. Yeah, from SheepPilled's creation, this is the first Decepticon in the line. Don't know the lore behind Shadow Smash. Looks very big, bulky. Grimlock's legs are quite underrated, and I like when I see them in OCs. I've seen some scouts have them, I've seen... Actually, I don't think I'm allowed to say that. Moving on. Once again, no votes whatsoever, so nothing. Then we got Blue Strike by Cacme1 with a -3. That's as much as I'm gonna say. Moving on, we have even more from SheepPilled. This is Overcast, which I think was gonna be featured in one of my scrapped machinimas back in the day. A machinima that I am not planning on remaking. Mostly because I don't have any female voice actors currently working with me, which is a shame. I wish I had, because then I could do more. Like, I don't want to use AI filters. And also because whenever anyone uses AI filters, everything sounds like it's on TikTok, and that's disgusting, so no thank you. But Overcast, I think... Apart from the machinima, I don't think this guy has been featured anywhere else. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. Good color mixing for Swindle's alternate mode. And I think it's Ironhide's wheels. Looks very much like an off-road, like an all-terrain vehicle. Like a... I don't know what they're actually called in English, but I'll post a picture of them here. This is what I'm thinking of. An all-terrain vehicle. Right? That's an all-terrain vehicle. No? This is Hazard. And surprisingly a very bulky character for a jet. I never understood when like white people make such beefy characters that then turn into the slimmest of vehicle modes. That like, yes, I get that you want to be creative and that there are limitations in what you can create in Fall of Cybertron, but this is... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like the immersion is kind of broken. And also because it's... I think that's Jazz's arms. Sorry. My throat's a bit funny because I've been screaming all night as I've been at a concert in my hometown. I got to see Inner Circle. That's really cool. Yeah. Inner Circle among many. But since I am Swedish, most artists that were there were in Swedish too. Like, they are Swedes. Inner Circle are not. They're Jamaicans, I think. But apart from that, pretty much everyone was Swedish. I didn't see everyone though, but still, that was fun. And I am extremely tired and have a sore throat because of it. Lovely. But hey ho, Hazard has no votes. Moving on. This is Magnitude, once again by SheepPilled. This should technically be like the SheepPilled OC fashion show. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Once again, a helicopter bot. It's giving me... Oh, what's that guy's name? Not First Aid. Or is it First Aid? The Protectobot helicopter, isn't that First Aid? I'm probably mistaken. Or I'm not. I have no idea. I can't really tell the difference. But he reminds me of him. Even though it's probably not supposed to be him, considering the different name and technically different design. You know, a recreation of that character in Fall of Cybertron could probably look something like this. I'm not too familiar with Generation 1. It's not like I have the whole series on DVDs or anything, including the movie and a poster. Track down! Once again, a jet. Yes, a jet. Trackdown looks very much like something you'd see back in the early days, before modding the game became too big of a thing, like before it became commonplace. This looks like someone that actually could have been in the game, apart from having some, like, he's got Quake's shoulders, which wouldn't have been possible back in the day, and he's got, what's his name? Wheeljack, this scientist, Snapchat notification. Yes, Wheeljack the Snapchat notification. His legs. And, of course, a Coalesced modded head. Well, wait, I'm an idiot. The torso is also Coalesced modded. What the fuck? What am I saying? I should go get some sleep and, I don't know, grab some tea with honey or something. Oh, wait, I don't have any tea. Fuck. Regardless to say, I really like the design. I feel like the colors, they look really good together. I'm not sure if it is Quake's colors, but you know, I'm a lover for Quake. I'm a sucker for him. So yeah, this is gets my seal of approval, even though it has no votes again. Then we have a forwarded message containing Skyrick. I need some licorice pastilles for this. What the hell? Ah! As always, as I'm recording everything in one go and then editing everything together, this is going as smooth as as smooth as you'll expect it to go, which is not very smooth at all. Skyrick, once again, a jet. Lots of jets. Very popular. Then again, flying is awesome. If you've never done it, I'd recommend you go do it. It's really great. And now I also see that we've got some in-modded weapons with the Electro Bolter, which means that would probably break a public game. I'm guessing. Maybe. Then again, no votes, nothing fancy. It's a good mix of parts. I must say, I really don't like Silverbolt's legs. Like, yes, if you've seen the concept art, they kind of look like what they do in the concept art, but they are not as wide. You know? The feet. Like, the round parts on the feet. Like, where did that come from? I thought they were supposed to be, like, discs, according to the concept art. Like plates or something. Rounded pieces. Not ball bearings. I don't know. It looks like he's walking on meatballs or wheels or something, but he's a jet. So I don't get why. Apart from that, looks good. I like it. And then, of course, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, of which I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures. Stormstar. The one, the only. Stormstar. Stormstar, from what I know from the past and my interactions with SheepPilled in general. First of all, he's a triple changer. I think it's a he. Not sure, never asked, never bothered to. But I think it's a he. Really nice colors, like blue and orange. That's a good combo. Not as good as green and orange, but that's just my opinion because I grew up with power miners. Shout out to Lego. You got some... I think that's the glass gas cannon modded in. But yeah, from what I know, he's changed alternate form. If I remember correctly, in the early days, back when I was introduced to this character, he turned into Warpath's tank, which he still does, but he turned into Jetfire instead of like air raid, or well, they're vehicle modes, but You get what I'm saying. I was more leaning towards thinking that Jetfire looked better. But that's my opinion. And it's not my original character, so I'm not going to say too much. But what I will say, though, is 1 upvote. 1. Then we've got some talk, someone saying this and that, someone's bad words, your dad, it's also your brother. I don't like when people talk in the actual like fashion show channels. There is a talking channel dedicated to that. But still there's always someone polluting it. Ah! Raven has given us Vital Shot, who reminds me a lot of a character I used to have, but that I have scrapped. I like the head, and especially I like the legs. Having, I think it's jazz legs, together with air raids, and then with wheels, creates one of the best combinations in the game, in my opinion. It just looks so good. Like, so good. Anyways, we did get 4 hearts on this one, but technically that's not how we upvote, so I'm not gonna count it. But hey, 4 hearts. That's nice. You're loved. Appreciation is always nice. Okay, what the fuck am I actually saying? Riot, get your shit together. You're not gonna get nothing out of this. You're still not getting paid. Greetings, I am Riot, the one who doesn't need any blooper reels at the end because the entire video is just bloopers. Thank Primus I'm actually gonna edit this. Although I'm not looking forward to editing this. And my English is starting to break. I have sobered up though, so that's always something. Basher, with modded in parts by Link of Legends. While it has no votes, this is nice. It reminds me a lot of like Evasion Mode Optimus Prime from, I think it's Age of Extinction. Mid-movie, but some great designs in it. Having modded in parts and then using Colased modding to add even more pieces to modded in parts, I like it. I've seen the video showcasing the models, the vehicle mode and the robot mode models for this Optimus mod. I just now forgot what it's actually called. I'm not gonna check it up either, so hey ho, let's go. Although I do remember I like it because even though it technically isn't, when you see the truck from behind, that's when it hit me. That this is extremely close to, if not borderline the same model as used in Combiner Wars Menasor and Optimus Prime. Because of the skirt piece that lies on the back. I have no... I'm gonna have to go dig through footage. Sometimes I hate myself for bringing such stuff up because I'm lazy and don't like to edit. I like to record, not edit. The channel is called Riot Records, not Riot Edits. I could pay someone to be my editor. Getting sidetracked. I like Basher though. Looks like, you know, Evasion Mode Optimus, but it is a different character. And trucks can be brown without being rusty. That's called mud, or fecal matter. Moving on. We've got some... Actually, these ones are definitely taken with a phone, because I can see the edges of the screens. The Ghost Vlogger has given us Crosshairs and Sharp Blade. Like, I've seen the OC a lot, especially in the, like, machinima intros for some of my escalation videos with you, Ghost. But But this is the first time I actually get confirmed what the name for this character is. Sharp Blade. Phillips One Blade. Okay, I'm gonna cut that out or something, I don't know. Crosshairs has had more than one design throughout the years. This one I do like though. This one is the one I remember. The one I was about to say the one I grew up with, but that definitely didn't happen. It's the one I'm used to. It's the one that was supposedly going to be featured in Transformers Beyond, but now because of some changes in the story, might have to be replaced by someone else. I have not yet decided. We shall see. Regardless, no votes, sadly. 2 hearts though. So I guess that's a... Should we switch to hearts instead of fire? I'm considering making hearts count as well, but that will be for the next video, if that's the case. If the next video is a fashion show video, anyway. Oh, this is a good one. This is SC-10, quotation, Scorn from Archon Prime, also known as Kyuaba. Kyuaba. And now I've done my perv voice. Great. Archon Prime's Scorn. I dig the design. I think most parts here look together. Well, they look good together because they're cube-like. You know? They're not... They got edges, they're not that rounded. Apart from Optimus's arms, which are one of the rounder pieces that still isn't spherical in the game. Although they fit rather nicely, I don't see what other parts you could have used to give more cuboid arms. Maybe Warpath, but slopes. I don't know. Then again, no void. Then again, no votes. So, yeah. And then we come to the last 2 entries, which is... Yeah, they're both by Salatishka. We've got Beta and Stealth Beta. Now, there is no information written here, but what I'm going to go off of is that Beta is an Autobot and Stealth Beta is a kind of undercover mode. A repaint, a switch of Energon color, like, you know, going undercover, pretending to be a Decepticon. I think this guy, female or male, I don't know. That's not said, but he or she is probably in the same universe as Alpha from, has Alpha even been showcased? Now I'm confused. I know Alpha, and this is Beta. So where's Gamma? And with that, I'm going to wrap this up. Now I'm off to record an episode for Transformers Beyond, so I don't fall behind on that as well. And, yeah, I have no way of rounding off this video. My creativity has gone. So instead of rounding it off, I'm simply going to jump.